From my years teaching leadership seminars and coaching private clients in leadership, I've noticed 7 things that enables those students to learn very, very fast. And I'll give you a quick rundown of those 7 things, 7 beliefs that forms their mindset. The first thing within their mindset is they understand what got them here today will not get them to where they want to go. The kind of skills that got you here today will not get you to the next level. You need to acquire a whole new set of skills to be a successful leader. Maybe you got promoted into a leadership position within a large organization, or maybe you have started your own business and you now have employees. What got you the promotion into leadership position within a large organization? What got you to start your own business? Those skills will not necessarily enable you to become an effective leader. You need to learn a whole new set of skills. What got them here is their hard skills. But what they need now is the skill to understand human dynamics, people dynamics, and business dynamics. They understand and then they believe they are now in human technology. It is understanding human dynamics, understanding business dynamics is the new skill, the new set of skills that they need to acquire and acquire urgently. The second thing that those successful students understand and they believe and they practice is acquiring leadership skills, acquiring understanding of human dynamics and business dynamics is something they have to do, they need to do, and they have to do on their own. No one is going to push them. You are not in elementary school anymore. You are not in high school anymore. Your parents will not be pushing you. Your teacher will not be pushing you. You are an adult. You are an individual. You are a professional. You are on your own. The corporation may not just come to you and say, you need to acquire leadership skills. We are sending you to a training. Sure, if they suggest, if they send you, wonderful. But for the most part, they won't. And there's a reason they won't. They want to see if you have the initiative inside of you yourself. They want to see if you are going to learn on your own. They want to see if you are willing to learn this stuff and read books, take classes, find coaching, find a mentor. They want to see if you are willing to learn this on your own. And I don't need to tell you, if you're a business owner, you really need to learn this on your own, just like you need to learn everything else. No one's going to be pushing you. You need to push it yourself. You need to understand the necessity of learning leadership skills and then putting the effort. Squeeze time, find the time, put in the effort, do the work, and learn this on your own. Nobody ever said leadership is easy. Nobody has ever said learning leadership is easy. But after you learn the leadership skills, once you have the skills, leadership becomes easier for you. The third thing people who are successful learning leadership, they realize and they believe is learning leadership is different from learning hard skills or learning things like government compliance. Hard skill, like learning how to use a computer software, like Microsoft Excel, like QuickBooks. You go to a class and what do they teach you? They teach you how to use an application software written by someone else. That's it. You go to an HR class, you go to an OSHA class, you go to a whatever payroll class. What do they teach you? They teach you the laws, the latest laws. That's it. If you go to a Microsoft Excel class, do they teach you how to write a software? No. Do they teach you how to write computer software? It's not a class in computer science. It's not a 4-year university degree in computer science. They don't teach you anything like Boolean algebra or set theory or mathematics or computational theory, communication theory, 7 layers of OSM model. They don't teach you any of that stuff. All they're going to teach you is how to use a software written by someone else. And if you don't like certain features, how it's written, well, send an email to the software vendor, Microsoft or whoever, and then ask them to put your wish on their wish list. They may include your wish in the next version of their software, or they may not. You go to an HR class, you go to a government compliance class, they teach you what the latest law is, and that's it. And if you ever go to an HR class, you will sit there, you will see every time they bring out a new law, all day long, the class will be on, okay, here's a new law, here's a new law, here's a new law, and all the students will sit there and go, oh, we don't like it, we don't like this law. But what are you going to do about it? The teacher will not teach you what to do about it. The teacher will say, well, you voted those politicians in, those politicians passed those laws. So if you don't like the laws they pass, follow the democratic process. Vote someone else in there. End of the conversation. Back to the class. Okay. Do we teach you how to call you a politician? Do we teach you how to run for political office? Because, hey, people do run for political office, right? But will the HR class teacher teach you how to run for political office? And corporations do hire lobbyists to get the laws changed. Do you think the HR class teacher will teach you how to pay a lobbyist? No. And once you become a politician and you bring a bill forward and you work with all the other politicians to get the law passed, we call it politicking. You think an HR class will teach you how to be a politician, how to get your law passed? No, that's way, way, way beyond the scope of an HR class. However, when you learn leadership, okay, can the teacher teach you just a whole bunch of scripts? If a troublemaker say this, you say that. If the troublemaker say this and you say that, here's a script for this situation. Do you think that's going to be effective as a class teaching you how to be a leader? No. If that's what you learn, you're going to get back to the office and you're going to be the laughing stock. And employees, troublemakers, they will love just push you buttons and then watch you spill out the script. And then they will just stand there and laugh at you to your face. So when it comes to teaching and learning leadership, we really have to go deep. We can't be at the surface level, like teaching you how to use Microsoft Excel. Push this button, push this button, and push this button. No, human beings are not computers. Let me repeat that. Human beings are not computers. For you to be an effective leader, you need to have a solid, deep understanding of human nature. That's why a good, effective leadership class, leadership teaching needs to teach you about human nature, the way human nature actually is. This is why we need to go deep as we possibly can, to talk about the inconvenient truth of the reality of how humans actually are. Not how you wish humans to be, but how humans actually are. Honest, truthful facts about how humans are. The fourth belief in the mindset of those successful students who become an effective leader very, very quickly is they have been burned by get-rich-quick fake education, and they have also been burned by those edutainment. It's not education. It's essentially entertainment. It's presented to you. It's sold as education. But when you go to those events, when you go to those so-called seminars or classes, there is almost no education in there. If there's any education, it's things you already know, and the majority of it is just edutainment. It's a day of feeling good. You sure they sure made you feel good, but did you learn anything? Probably not. And it's definitely not a get-rich-quick class. Okay, those get-rich-quick classes, it's just fantasy. It's selling you a fantasy. You're sitting in there, indulging yourself in a fantasy, and then you walk out of the seminar room, and reality will hit you in the face, and everything that was told to you during the class go out of the window. So get away from that edutainment, and get away from those get-rich-quick. As Warren Buffett would tell you, he promotes, he's engaged, he's been practicing get-rich-slow. And he'll tell you point blank, if you invest with me, I'm going to help you to get rich. And you will get rich, but slow. It's get rich slow. To become a successful leader, you need to do the work. It's not meant to be easy. But after you do the work, you will enjoy the benefit of your hard work. The fifth thing in the mindset of those successful students is they understand and they believe there's a lot of unlearning for them to do. They have to unlearn a lot of the old understanding and old belief and old practices and old habits, because they are now transitioning from being an employee to being an employer. They're transitioning from being an expert to an organizer of other experts. So they are now on the other side of the fence. It's kind of like they're transitioning from being children to being parents, from being students to from being a teacher. So really, you're swimming upstream to the next level. So there's a lot of unlearning to do. It's kind of like you've been driving a little car with automatic transmission for a lifetime, and now you're learning how to drive a semi, 80,000 pounds. With 18 speed, and then a lot of the things you did as a car driver, like making a fast turn and cut corners and all that, all of those things you have to unlearn because of your new, bigger, more important responsibilities. You're responsible for a lot more things than before. The sixth thing that successful students understand and believe and practice is their thinking is learning this human nature, learning leadership. It's kind of like going to the gym, and then you hire a personal trainer. And the personal trainer will make you stretch. The personal trainer will make you lift heavy objects, put it down and lift it up again, and then lift objects that's even heavier. And then the trainer will make you walk long distances and make you run and make you ride a stationary bicycle. And you will be out of breath. And then every muscle in your body feels the burn, It's kind of like hurting, but it's not hurting. It's not the same hurt as if your arm was broken, right? It hurts, but it's more like a burn. For those of you who go to the gym, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And kind of burn, even though it hurts, it feels good. It's a good kind of a hurt. And then if you put in the work, you put in the effort, and you sweat, your muscle will grow. You will get healthier, more fit, and you'll get stronger. but you have to go through the burn. You have to go through the stretch. It's the same thing with learning leadership, learning human nature. Your mind is being stretched. But the good news here is, once the mind is expanded, is stretched, it will never contract back to its original small size ever again. See, that's the perpetual reward for doing the hard work. And the seventh thing the successful students believe is the following. They would rather not get back to the office and endure the pain of real life. A real life tricky business situation will come up, and then they have no tools, no solutions, and no understanding on how to solve the problem. And then that is extremely painful. They want to do everything to reduce and avoid those kind of pains. And to do that, they would rather endure the discomfort and the pain of learning something that they have never heard of in a classroom or with a coach during a private coaching session, because the learning process might be uncomfortable, but it is for their benefit. Once they learned the new concept, once they got their mind turned around from some unhelpful thinking to some helpful thinking, from unrealistic belief to a belief system that's based more on reality, then they have a useful tool they can take back to the office to work and use the tool to solve real-life tricky business problems and avoid the pain back in the office. So they understand it's going to be pain in the office or pain back in the office, either way. And then they're very smart. They chose the pain in the classroom, the pain in the private coaching sessions, so they can avoid the pain back in the office and then goof things up and get into trouble, business trouble. And every time they feel a bit of discomfort in the classroom or in the private coaching session, they tell themselves, "Oh, this is great! Congratulations to myself. I feel uncomfortable, which means I'm about to learn something profound and profoundly useful, something I can take back to the office and use it to solve problems that I have not yet been able to solve." Every time they feel a bit of a discomfort, they tell themselves, "Oh, congratulations. My teacher, my coach, is just helping me to realize one more thing that's in my blind spot, that I am not aware of it, and he is helping me to bring that to my awareness. And I'm benefiting from this learning process, even though it might feel uncomfortable during the learning, but it's for my long-term benefit." So those are the 7 beliefs that successful students have, and that is the mindset of someone who can learn leadership skills very, very quickly. Those people who fail at this thing called leading other people, being an employer, having employees, they don't have those 7 beliefs, and that is not their mindset. They have the opposite mindset, and then they have a tough time learning, and then they just give up, and then their business will fold. They are not going to have a successful leadership career. So if you need private coaching, if you need corporate training, if you need business consulting, if you need advice that's reality-based, if you need someone to point out what's in your blind spot to really help you, if you're sick and tired of edutainment, if you want to learn something that's for real, that will really help you, that has already helped lots and lots of other people, just send me an email. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and also share my videos with as many people as possible. People you are fighting in the trenches together with, people you are growing together with, people you are helping each other to learn together with. This way, your life will get easier and easier and easier, because everybody around you is learning the same things that you are learning and are growing in the same direction that you are growing. And also make sure you guys hit the notification button. This way, every time I release a brand new coaching video, guess who are the people who will be learning first? You guys. You guys will learn first and get ahead of the competition. All right? So until next time, keep on learning. Coach Michael Lin, signing out.